Hello, everybody, and I hope you can hear me okay here. I'm trying to talk over this popping grease. But, I wanted to give you my chicken recipe. I think it tastes better than you can get at Kentucky Fried Chicken or any chicken place at all. Now, my oil, which is not oil, it's lard, but if you use oil, you want to heat it up to 330 degrees. Now, you do not want to use frozen chicken pieces. You want to make sure that they're kind of not completely at room temperature, but you want to take them out of the refrigerator and let them sit for a good 30 minutes to bring down the temperature, because if you put the chicken in the oil too cold, it brings down the temperature on the oil, and you want to try to prevent that from happening. But what I did here, and there's several ways you can make chicken, but this is my absolute favorite recipe, my family's favorite recipe, and it comes out better than what you can get at the chicken places. Now, I start off with 1.5 cups of flour. I use 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. I use 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 2 teaspoons of salt. Now, I put my flour in a plastic Ziploc type bag, and I throw all my spices in it. And then what I do is I throw my chicken in there, and I coat it, shake it a little bit to get the extra flour off of it. And then I put it in an egg and milk wash. I use 1/3 cup of milk to 2 eggs. I mix them good, let milk and eggs real good, and after I coat the chicken, I put it in the egg wash, and then I put it back in the flour again. Now, if you use 3 cups of flour, you have to double your spices, okay? And then I bring my oil up, which is lard, to 330 degrees. I do that first. And then I throw my chicken. Now, I have a big Dutch oven, as you can see, that I fry my chicken in. Pan frying, to me, just doesn't work, because the chicken is not completely covered with oil, and so it kind of cooks on one side. The blood comes up to the top. It doesn't really coat the other side, cook it right. To me, you have to have some sort of Dutch oven where your chicken, you can put it and it goes down in it and it covers all of the chicken as it's cooking. Now, you want to make sure that you cook the legs. Legs don't take as long as thighs do. The legs are about 15 minutes, and the thighs are about 22 minutes. Now, you can kind of test it if you want to, and see if it is cooked. I don't use a thermometer on my chicken. I don't have one. But you can always cut into the center to see if it's red or bloody looking. But usually if you cook it about 22 minutes for the thighs, it's ready. But you don't want any surprises in the end. Look how delicious this is. And this tastes absolutely awesome. But you can cut down into one of your thighs and check it and see. Now, you do want to make sure it's nice and brown, okay? You just do. And this is my last thigh I got here that I was cooking, because it's the last one I put in. A lot of people think if it floats to the top, that means it's ready, but that's not necessarily true. It's not. And so you can kind of test. The legs will get done quicker than the thighs, and the thighs will take the longest. But this was 3 chicken leg quarters, and I just cut the leg and the thigh. I hope you'll enjoy this and try this recipe, and God bless.